Hey. Dang, I cannot sit this way because if I'm sitting facing... Hold on, let me see if I can, well, do this. Well, oh, I thought that was... How are you? Well, hey. So, man, it's... this... I don't even know... Oh, hold on. I hope you guys have time of your life. From green, I hope the time of life. Anyways, the sunset, well, I can't show you, but yeah. So, I got a from, like, they asked me how I was. And they said, well, how I had to put it in airplane mode because, yeah, I was losing bars. So I put it in airplane mode and it tends to work. Hopefully it works this time. But there's this plus size content creator that I follow that, ow, that literally uh, is leaving to live a private life because they're like, I realized I can't have a private life having social media. And I was like, I thought of something. But I don't think a lot of influencers would be behind that. Okay, so what? All the influencers just got, like, created a business and just left social media. That was just my thought process because I'm like, if we stop giving people something to watch, then people would be bored and realize that they screwed up because I don't understand it. Like, people don't even learn how to leave people alone, and people shouldn't have to leave social media to have a private life. Like, this is what celebrities ask for, is privacy, and they don't even get that. So what if people just stop giving people content and just make social media so boring to the point where everyone just, like, social media is no more. Like, is that, is that a great idea? I think it is. I think it is. I don't know. Not influencers. Well, influencers and content creators, because what's the whole point, right? I'm not the only one that gets it, but like the harassment, the bullying, the all of that stuff, the doxing. Why don't we just all collectively give nobody something to watch? That way, when people are bored on social media goes away. That would make sense, wouldn't it? That's what I kind of think, right? Not me, of course, obviously, because I'm not going to be the only one doing it. And plus, I need the money. I gotta make my bills somehow. I'm just saying, like, TikTok ruined my whole life. Not really. I don't know. There's so much hypocritical people on this app. I can't even begin to tell you. Okay, so there's this one lady that is old as F. Like, you're like in your 40s, coming at me about having filters on, saying like the filter is fighting for its life, even though it doesn't show that I have a filter on. And you have so much filters that it looks like you are 30 years younger than what you really are. And you're telling me about filters while having filters on. Makes literally no sense. Like, I am to the wit's end. I am to my point of like flipping out, because I'm so tired of hypocrisy. Like, okay, here's one thing. Hold on. Let me just like stand, because what the heck? Sitting is not sufficing. I don't know what's going on. So, anyways, like, it's so hypocritical. I posted me going to a free event last year that Al Hurricane was at, RIP Al Hurricane Jr. But the comment sections are stupid people being like, making it seem like it's a free event. Do you know how much free events that Albuquerque puts on? They put on so much free events, it's crazy. And you don't gotta pay for them, and it's pretty cool because Summerfest is coming up in June, free. You don't gotta pay for that. And some celebrities do come perform for Summerfest. I remember one year me and my brother saw Taylor Dane. We saw Sheila E. for free at Summerfest. Like, I don't gotta pay for things. If I'm going somewhere, I am not paying. I'm going to a free event. Like, unless someone says, hey, you want to go somewhere, and then they offer to pay, then yes. But that is so weird. Like, people be so hypocritical. I can't even stand now. I gotta sit. I don't know what's going on. Can someone please tell me what's the 411? I'm just kidding. Anyways, like I said, it is so crazy. I know it's late. I'm gonna go live for a little bit. I wasn't even gonna go live. I was just gonna relax and watch some movies, because I was watching, what did I watch today? I watched Holes again, because that's my comfort movie, Holes. Then I watched Inspector Gadget 1 and 2. And yeah, I watched The Crash. Oh my god, I watched The Crash, and that is crazy. So, have you guys seen that documentary? Well, now I've been getting stuff about the documentary on my For You page, because that's weird. I only searched up one thing. And I already knew, like, from the whole, like, telling of the story, or, like, telling of the documentary, I knew she was guilty. You cannot sit there, look these families in the face, and be like, I was punching at 100 miles per hour and did not think once to hit the brake as we were about to crash into a wall. And you have your friend, who's a whole content creator online, defending you, saying, well, why would she want to take her own? Hello? Like, it's called The Crash, and basically what it is about a crash where, oh, it froze. Okay, we're back, it froze. So basically it's about 3 teens that were in a car crash at 100 miles per hour. 100 miles per hour they hit a wall. And 2 of them passed away, One was on the football. I think they were both on the football team, but one was her boyfriend, and the other one was a friend of theirs. Uh, what was argued was is that she wanted to take her boyfriend's by going 100 miles per hour into a wall. She is trying to fight her innocence. Her parents are trying to fight her innocence because their parents are her best friend. Basically saying that she didn't do it. They don't believe that her motive was that. And no, like what she portrayed online was what she wanted people to see, but in real life, that's not who she is. Basically, the arguments they had was not really true. I don't know, something about she dressed up as like a dead they dressed up as skeletons. I don't know. It's a really now it's just the green screen. Hola, hey hey hey. I don't know what happened to the line, but anyways, there we go. There it is. Anyways, so yeah, there was just some stuff that happened. Basically, it's a documentary on Netflix called The Crash. If you have not seen it, I would advise you to go watch it. I don't have my music because my stuff is not charged. Well, it's okay anyways because I wasn't planning on going live for that long anyways. So, uh, yeah. I don't know. I'm having a hard time, and I don't know. You know, you think you're okay, and then you think of something and you're not. I just, you know, you love me. You have a picture, and I guess whose account came on my page, Astro Hey, well, I'm trying to go live before it gets dark, but some things keep happening. I don't even know. Hold on, guys. Wait just a second. Okay. Sorry, there was someone coming and I wanted to mute it. But anyways, so what I was talking about was the whole content creator influencer thing. I think people should do it. I really think we should give people nothing, and then that way they go. I don't know. I what do you where do you go? What do you do? Like, I don't even know what I want to do anymore. Or I mean, I know something, but I'm not gonna say it. But it's getting dark. Oh. Somebody's steaming out their car. I thought someone was screaming. They say, "Are you okay, sir?" That's crazy. I was. This is like weird. This is like coincidence. This is like okay. So let me tell you what happened. There's this person that I follow, right? And he does content, basically weight loss content. And for some reason, well, not for some reason, it's because I'm following him. His content, his live stream popped up on my For You page. And when I tell you that I was watching for a while, my name gets mentioned. And I'm like, bruh, what's going on? I just barely started watching this live for not even a few seconds. And I hear my name. And I'm like, this is so weird and random that I saw this live at this moment and my name gets mentioned. Somebody, it's like telepathy or something, because, yeah. Oh, and guess who's coming? Oh, if I have to, well, no, I better not say anything. I better keep my mouth shut. Hopefully I get paid from TV soon. That's all I can say. Yeah, there's nothing I could really do because TikTok's going to say it doesn't violate guidelines. So, yeah. I want to see the Michael movie again. I also not want to be sad and upset and depressed. Help. Who do I talk to? You looked at the video, you literally took the whole video, and you misinterpreted the whole point of the video, only to turn around and tell me that's not what the video meant. That's exactly what the video meant. It literally does pertain to me. You cannot exclude me when they're talking about locales, when they're talking about pushing someone to harm themselves. Everyone wants to scream how bad it was for Rizzy, but then turn around and say it's acceptable for me. It does not make sense. If you're against it, you're against it 100%. Not because, we can only allow it for certain people, but we can allow it for, like, let's say you, but when it comes to other people, that's where we draw the line. Like, you cannot exclude me because I'm considered a freaking locale, which I don't even like that term. And then you think it's funny whenever I'm miserable or something happens in my life and you think it's funny. Like, imagine, if I didn't have this, once I get my place, I could turn 100% completely evil. I could just target someone to the point where I could have them go through everything that I went through. I could say, I choose you, and have people have cameras on them, follow them everywhere, start banging on their doors. If I wanted to do something like that and be this evil menace, I could, but I'm not going to. To somebody online that did it to me so they could learn to leave me alone. Because maybe I feel like sometimes if some people got the same treatment that I got, they would stop. That's the only way people are going to learn, in my opinion. But I would never do something like that. And it's just so crazy. Like, I don't have very many people to talk to. People have to understand that when I talk to somebody about something, it's because that's the only person I have, really. I don't have a lot of girlfriends to talk to about. I don't even have a relationship, but relationship issues or about things that I'm like, hey, can you give me like some feedback? Can you help me in this situation? Like, I don't have people like that in real life, I don't have someone to be there and be like, yes, I did, but there's some things going on, and I'm not coming to the internet to bring that personal stuff on here. I have never talked about people in my personal life online, but it seems like Reddit and all these people want to twist it somehow and make it seem so because they're just mad. Anytime I have some sort of happiness, they gotta be like, oh, well, we need to bring her down. She cannot be happy. We need to knock her down a peg. And it just doesn't make sense because to me, that is horrible. I've never met human beings that literally harass someone this much to the point where they go to sleep like it's normal. Are you okay? Are you good? Do you need help? Because what's wrong with you? And then you harass someone to the point where it's like, now we finally got her offline. I saw what that influencer said, and I get it. They want to live a private life. They don't want to be known. They don't want to be seen. But at the same time, this is why a lot of your faves left social media, because of stuff like this. And then you condone it, and then you don't condone it, and then you're hypocritical. Like, you're like flip-flop politics. And this is why nothing ever gets taken care of. Nothing ever gets done because Democrats are pointing fingers at Republicans. Republicans are pointing fingers at Democrats. We've got a shitty city that has all of these tents everywhere and all of these homeless people. This whole shitty city of just nothing but overran by homeless people on the side of the roads in tents because they don't have proper housing. Because they're too busy fighting over whether or not the rich should be taxed, which is the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life, because rich people should be taxed. Why are we fighting over that? That should be a given. Why is it that middle class and poor people, or people that make some sort of slight income, have to pay more taxes than a rich person? Makes no sense to me. And then, not only that, you had three people died mysteriously from an inhalation of some sort of chemical in Albuquerque, New Mexico, where I live. 20 plus people injured from a hazmat situation. In a random area, they just inhaled some sort of chemical and passed away. And you mean to tell me that that's not suspicious? Like, let's be for real. Let's be serious. Like, I don't even know how to function properly anymore. My brain is not normal. And I had to walk around saying I deserve to be here, but sometimes I really don't feel like that. And I'm trying to keep my mental together because I'm the only person my mom has. Yeah, she has her brothers and her family, God forbid if something happened. I already picture what happened if I'm not here. I could already picture people saying, like, she was so selfish that she left her mom by herself. Why should I even have to think about what people think? My mental is, and I don't know how to process. Like, imagine beating someone down really to the point where you want them to just, like, not be here. And then why celebrate that? And then you think that's cool. And then I'm supposed to sit here and say, like, yeah, I'm not going to harm myself. But I'm not going to lie and sit here and say that I have not had those thoughts. They don't just go away. My depression is horrible. I can't even tell you guys what recently happened. And my heart is ripped out. And I don't think I'll ever recover. I don't think I'll ever recover. And it's like I get beat down so much. I have people tell me, well, you survived. Yeah, I survived the carjacking. I survived all of the harassment, the torment, the hate for like 8 years. Yes, I should be thankful I'm alive, but I have survivor's guilt. And last night I freaked out. I thought, everything was good. I was making a homemade pizza and I was just, and then I freaked out and I wanted to run outside because it felt like I was in the car, and it took me back there, and all I could picture was him breaking the glass and just seeing my brother dead, and how no one has remorse. And I'm just trying to function, and I can't function because my brain is so messed up that I have people telling me, I got this long message from someone who, she was a nice lady. And I don't know, I'm worried because I know the outcome's not good. Someone insisted with me that what I was saying wasn't true, but she hasn't responded back, and she had a heart condition, and she did have a mild heart attack. And it was someone that I met at one of the shelters I was at, and she was a real nice lady, and she sent me this message saying, you went through a lot, you're strong. I think she passed away, but there's nobody, because she wasn't living with family, to tell me or to confirm, but she hasn't responded, so I just assumed. I know I deserve to be here, but it's hard. My heart is just like ripped out. I don't have anyone to talk about it because it's painful. It's just like part of me is gone. It's missing. Like, my happiness was taken away from me. Nobody understands. And I wish there was someone to truly understand. I keep telling myself, but my life It sucks because people don't leave me alone. Even if I got a job, it's not gonna stop. And I told myself, you're just better off not being here. And then how do you tell people that? Because then they say, oh, whenever something happens with someone, you always like, you're just baiting people. No one knows because you know, I just want to feel alright. I just want to be okay, but I can't. And I can't talk to anyone about it because it's so painful. And they wouldn't understand. And I can't come to the internet because it's something personal. And if I do that, it makes things worse. If people think that I'm okay, my brother is dead. I can't bring him back. And all I wanted was to be loved. And nobody understands just how bad it is because me and my brother, we did everything together. And then now I have to live without my brother. And it's all of these cruel jokes like, you know, you go and you have a good time. And these are free events. It's not like when I go, I'm really having a good time because in the back of my mind, you know, I have to think I survived a carjacking, even though I really wished it was me. And everyone said the wrong sibling died, and then I believe it, and then it creeps in my. No one knows how badly I'm hurting because I have to keep it together. And then when something happens, and then my brain is all jacked up. Oh, you're just, you know. How do I say? Oh, you're just upset because someone is like not talking to you and you're just doing it for attention. That part of your brain never goes away. It doesn't go away. And sometimes, you know, I'm not at the point where I would harm myself. But, you know, it's too much. And I'm not going to harm myself. Don't worry. Because, you know, then my mom's messaging me. Then my mom freaks out. It's just, nobody really cares. You know? How do you process? My brother hasn't even been married. And it's been a whole freaking year. All because, you know, it sucks. Hold on, guys. And thank you if you did start a GoFundMe for me. I don't think people would donate. You know, my family, they gave me $300 at the funeral, which I bought pajamas. I bought my mom pajamas. I bought her slippers. I bought her things we needed because I didn't have any clothes. People seems to forget all my clothes went with the car. All of my valuables, my Switch, my Chrome computer went, my tripod that I got on sale, which was a really nice tripod that everyone was promoting when it was on sale. my mom's iPhone that was given to her by my brother for Christmas. All of these things were gone in the car. My brother's cell phone is gone. You know what's crazy? I had no pictures whatsoever of my brother in my phone because my brother didn't like to have pictures, I guess, of him on my phone. And, so that's basically what happened. And because of that, because he didn't like, I don't know, like, he took pictures with other people, but with me, it was different. I didn't have any pictures. And what's crazy is I had to ask his friends for pictures because I didn't have no pictures. Somebody's getting it. But anyways, like, and it's so crazy because there's one picture that was at my grandma's house of me and him side by side. And he's little. This was when he was in elementary school. I don't have, except like when I was filming the cars at car shows, and I had one where he was like recording the cars as they were leaving, or I was recording the cars as they were leaving, and I got a glimpse of him, and that's all. Like, people really are cruel. They tell me things. They tell me like, oh, what did they say? You asked for it. I asked for gun violence. Like, that literally makes no sense. And it's not, because the comments are getting to me. It sucks when you're going through something, and like, I'm not out here trying to make all these friends and have this whole large circle group of friends. That's why when something happens with somebody, I don't have nobody to lean on or to talk to, or and it sucks. And then how do you want to tell people that, or how do you tell people that you're in that dark space of like, oh, I don't want to harm myself, but these are the thoughts that I'm having, and then it doesn't turn the last thing that I have, the last memory the last memory I have of my brother and it sucks. I had to watch him die in front of me, and nobody cares. Nobody cares. They just shit on me. They hate my guts. That's why it's so easy to leave. I wanted to run away. I did. Uh, oh, what is it? I don't want to say disability. The Olympics. You know what I mean? Like the oppression Olympics. Or whatever it's called. Who has it worse than who? And I can function. Like, I didn't ask who can function at a job with PTSD. That's you. That's not me. Like, I don't have very many friends to talk to. And when something happens, I'm having that catastrophized thought again. Like, I'm catastrophe thinking. You know, oh, I'm gonna pass away alone. My mom's gonna go. And then I'm not gonna have anybody. That's my thought process, is I'm gonna be alone for the rest of my life. I'm not gonna have anybody. You know, that's my thought process, and I'm trying to rethink that, because I go to therapy, but you know, some stuff happened, and it's like I was supposed to get up and be okay. In a matter of like a couple of days, I'm being down to high school with my brother. She is holding holding on to my brother until we can bury him. I shouldn't have to apologize for it being a year, because I don't got $4,000 to literally fork over to pay to bury my brother. When people say, "Oh, you're going shopping, you're doing this," okay, well, I guess I won't have any clothes. I guess I won't have any pajamas. I had no clothes whatsoever. The only thing that I had was a shirt and some paper pants. Came from on my PayPal from the transactions. To the transactions of me getting paid from TikTok, nowhere did any money that I spend ever came from GoFundMe, because I did not have access to it. I don't know how many times I have to tell you. All I have to do is make one call to GoFundMe and have them fork over all the emails that proves that they closed that GoFundMe because they couldn't get a hold of my brother's friend. 10-minute video on me because I'm addressing you. Asking you to leave me alone. You're a stalker. You literally are looking at my stories. I'm not even talking about you, and for some reason you stalk. You want people to talk about you. You want this drama. And it's so weird that everyone applauds her and defends her. But then she's a whole Trump supporter, so I guess you're hypocrites. So do you defend pedophiles? It says follow back. Like, what? You literally call me a predator, but then it says follow back. could have fooled me. Then why didn't you block me? You know, there's a block button for a reason. I don't know, even just this whole talk, now I'm starting, I already thought I've been getting a lot. But anyways, have a good day or night where you guys are. I'll see you guys later. I gotta go get a drink and try not to freak out. But have a good day or night where you guys are, and I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.